Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to a new video. As the start of the IndyCar Series season approaches, we begin to talk about one of the hottest topics right now, the driver market. In today's video, we're going to focus on a piece of news that completely shook the paddock. We're talking about Will Power leaving Team Penske after many years together. His seat at Penske would be taken by David Malukas, who would be making one of the biggest steps of his career by joining one of the top teams in the series. But that's not all. Will Power would move to Andretti Global, taking over the seat that Colton Herta would leave behind as he makes the jump to Formula 2. As you can imagine, this move was a real bombshell and caused a huge impact in the media and among fans. In this video, we're going to analyse how much truth there is to it, how this situation came about, and what consequences it could have for the upcoming season. To begin with, it's worth briefly reviewing what Team Penske's 2025 season was like. While I don't think it was one of the worst seasons in the team's history, the overall balance was not good and clearly fell short of the standards this organisation is known for. Throughout the year, Penske managed to score only 2 wins, one with Will Power at the Grand Prix of Portland and the other to close out the championship with Joseph Newgarden at the Music City Grand Prix in Nashville. It's true that the team could have won a few more races, but due to various issues, strategic mistakes, and specific situations, that ultimately didn't happen. Overall, this was not a solid or dominant Penske, as the team has historically accustomed us to. I think a key turning point in the season was everything that happened around the attenuator issue at the Indianapolis 500. From that moment on, the team's performance seemed to drop, and an internal fracture also became noticeable. Changes among key personnel, adjustments to the structure, and even shifts in leadership. On top of that, Penske came under intense scrutiny, being closely watched by different sectors of the paddock, something the team is not usually accustomed to. Now yes, let's talk about Will Power's departure. I think Power is leaving not at the absolute peak of his career, but certainly at a very strong moment. He's in great shape, competitive, and still performing at an extremely high level. In 2024, he won 3 races and fought for the championship with Alex Palou all the way to the final round. In fact, he was the only driver who was truly able to challenge him for the title. In 2025, as I mentioned before, Team Penske struggled a lot. Power even started the year with a crash at the Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. He had a tough time adapting early on, but later he found his rhythm again, ended up winning races, and became the clear reference within the team. That's why I believe he moves to Andretti Global at a good personal moment, still competitive, still relevant. Power is a fantastic driver, the driver with the most pole positions in IndyCar Series history, a 2-time champion, and a winner of the Indianapolis 500. A driver like that is extremely valuable for Andretti, especially to have a clear benchmark within the team. Kyle Kirkwood showed very good things and had a strong season last year, but he isn't always consistent. And that consistency, that regularity, is something Will Power definitely has. Andretti gains experience, leadership, and a clear competitive reference. On the other side, Penske is betting on David Malukas. He's a young, promising driver who made a good impression with smaller teams. He had the chance to race with Arrow McLaren, but lost that opportunity due to an arm injury suffered while training on a bicycle. He later raced for Meyer Shank Racing and AJ Foyt Racing, where he had some interesting races and, in my opinion, a very strong Indianapolis 500. Malukas has potential, but he is not willpower. He has to fill a huge void and will be under the spotlight from day one. It's a bold move by Penske, aimed more at the future than the immediate present. This entire shake-up is ultimately triggered by Colton Herta's move to Formula 2. Herta seems to be looking for something different for his future. Reaching the Cadillac F1 team is not easy at all, but he is clearly trying to open another door. That's how things stand in IndyCar: major moves, leadership changes, and bold bets. I'm sure there are different opinions out there. This is what 2025 left me with, and a bit of what I expect or believe could happen in 2026.